In my late 30s, I received a master's degree in dance movement therapy. And at that time, I then had internships and jobs working with populations of people with disabilities, from mental health issues to developmental disabilities to elders. And I began to notice my own interest in the arts and in dance and bringing it out to people. And I just felt that I needed to get these people out into their community. And it felt like the arts was a perfect way to do that. So we started going to museums and art galleries. And as soon as we went out, they started sharing their life stories with me.
So when you're looking at CATA, you're really looking at this beautiful, and what better sort of thing for any of us than to be able to look at this sort of growing, living 20-year example of the richness and the quality of not only your life, but of the effect that your life has had on other people. So I think you're going to find that we're going to talk about Sandy and we're going to talk about CATA, and they're not entirely synonymous. There is a Sandy Newman, this magnificent daughter, and a Sandy Newman who's probably like everybody's ideal for a mom, and Sandy Newman, that dear and engaging friend and the easiest person to make laugh in a room. And once you get her to laugh, there's no stopping her. You can keep her going. I've seen Dawn Lane, pull the trigger on something funny, and then she just keeps Sandy laughing for the longest time. So
I met Sandy about 12 years ago when my sister Louisa began a CATA. And my immediate impression was she's saint-like. She's very poised. She's got this beautiful dancer's body and wonderful posture. And the sense of calm that she emanates at any given moment is very palpable.
And I think the arts was a perfect medium to develop access for all. And it always will be. And I think the more that the community, every community does it, everywhere, it will affect everyone from all ages to all abilities in terms of their ability to be part of their community.
I think there's a tendency when you look at CATA to think of social service, to think of art therapy, to think of, oh, isn't this a nice thing that this group of people is doing for these people who have disabilities, who may be in this setting or that setting. What a nice social service they're engaged in. And there is an element of that, certainly. We're bringing creative arts to people who might not have access to them otherwise. But the access piece is bigger than that. And to me, that's where we move from social service into social change. And that's, to me, the brilliance of what Sandy set out to do. It's social service when it's this nice service that's delivered to the people in the setting who might not have access to it. It's social change when you invite other people in to witness it, to take part in it, to get in the situation that I've seen so many times over 20 years where people say, I was watching the show and I couldn't tell who were the people with disabilities because it's a mixed ability cast. Or I was watching the show and I felt like I was up there. Those people were me. They're just like me. And that's when we move from social service, which is very valuable, to social change, which I think is the genius of what Sandy set out to do and what she's accomplishing every day.
This year, actually, CATA received the Commonwealth Award from the state, which is, the category is access. In '95, I met Dawn Lane, who's our program and artistic director. I saw a dance performance that she did in Stockbridge. And she joined me from that day forward, where we collaboratively began to expand our work and very inclusive program of getting children involved from the schools. Many of our performing arts programs have performing artists from the community that join with CATA artists. And our staff is this wonderful, dedicated group of people that really advocate and inspire everybody for CATA's work. And our wonderful present and past board of directors has been with us this whole time, and it's just very fulfilling and joyful to have so many people surrounding us.
Our CATA artists are more discovered, they know that they're artists in a way that I still don't accept that I am. many of our artists, if you walked into a painting class and you said, you know, that's a really wonderful painting, or you went into a dance class and said, wow, you're such a beautiful dancer, the answer almost always is, I know. And I think that's like a huge thing to learn as a teacher, that to be able to acknowledge that you're good at what you do.
CATA's artists who very quickly find their artistic voices and share it with us in such a positive way makes us shine a light on ourselves for our own talents and creativity.